I'm Ash. I'm the founder and CEO of City Shoppe. City Shoppe is a SaaS-enabled marketplace powered by local small businesses and value-based consumers. Imagine if you're a small business owner. You have a website, but know that the two largest online marketplaces, Etsy and Amazon, are the way to get discovered. But you're not a craft-at-home business, so you don't align with Etsy, and you're too small to make a dent on Amazon. So you go back to your website, spending countless hours and money to make it perfect in the chance consumers do find it. But no matter what you do, it loads too slow, checkout takes too long, it's not optimized for mobile, and at the end of the day, you're not alone. Over 60% of small businesses feel that they don't have the tools necessary to make sense of their site experience. And when only 2% of the 2 million retail websites in the US own their first page of search results, how do you get found? The reality is that small businesses are forced to compete on an unlevel playing field against big box retailers and their million-dollar ad budgets who already dominate search results in social media. For Gen Z and millennial consumers, we know that they want to shop locally and with purpose, as over 80% say they choose to spend more locally than at big box retailers. But they also value ease and convenience provided by online marketplaces. Because there's no marketplace focused on their needs, they are left with no option but to be inundated with ads while shopping on Amazon and social media. So we created City Shoppe to be the solution for these two growing problems. We're an interconnected platform combining the needs of a marketplace, site management, and consumer discovery in one. City Shoppe manages and builds a small medium business's business behind the scenes, leaving them focused solely on product curation. For shoppers, City Shoppe is a one-stop shop marketplace, creating the most convenient way to shop ethically. And we've built a marketplace that pairs local businesses with the features of a one-click global market, instant checkout, and powerful discovery. City Shoppe is targeting the 22 million small medium business retail websites in the US alone and the $2.4 trillion spend of our consumer demographic wanting to shop local. We launched our MVP in Q4 of last year in one city and with 35 small businesses on the site. Since, we've grown to 140 small businesses, 5 cities, built out the platform, and our first feature of site syncing, secured our first institutional check with Outlander, and expect to end our first operational year with over 300 small businesses using the site, over 30,000 revenue and 60,000 in GMV. Our revenue models, we take a 10% take rate, and we're launching our Tier 1 monthly subscription in Q4 of this year, with plans to launch Tiers 2 and Tier 3 in Q1 of next year. We grow our B2B through community partnerships, site integrations, and complement that with an automated outreach campaign to the prime Shopify customers. For consumers, we increase the diversity of our vendors and products on the site and create shared content with our vendors, which add extra fuel to our performance marketing and brand campaigns that just increases our visibility. Our competitive advantage is that legacy and new entrants are either self-managed, exploitive, or single feature focused. We concentrate on what small businesses actually need. We're value-driven, platform managed, multifunctional, and build e-commerce as shared services. I'm a former small business owner, and I grew up with my family owning retail stores. So I've personally seen and gone through the pain points small business owners go through in trying to create a sustainable business. Myself and the City Shoppe team are the right people to build City Shoppe, as we have the firsthand experience on the SMB and consumer side as former startup execs, e-commerce experts, and brand innovators. We're in our pre-seed, raising $500,000 for a 12-month runway to grow in over $1 million in revenue to 4,300 paying SMB subscribers, our product development, and our team. If you want to create a new consumer world together, you can email me at ash@cityshoppe.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ash. While we're waiting on people to process that and ask questions, why don't you share a little bit about how you originally became passionate about solving this problem?
As mentioned, I'm a former small business owner. When I was in college, I created a consumer product and went through the manufacturing, the shipping fabric from overseas, trying to become a national brand. I had some local and regional success. And when you're a small business owner, you don't really have the resources, the know-how, or the team or the financing to kind of try and figure that out. So with that experience and growing up in the retail industry, I figured out that, the two biggest problem with a small business owner is you want to get discovered. That's how you get sales. And how you get discovered is a lot of legwork on the back end. So I decided, okay, well, marketplace would solve both of those problems. You get discovered, and then if it's a platform managed marketplace, why not bring together the experts to kind of be that team and that partner with the small business owner?
Awesome. We have a question from Blaine. So as you look to venture into subscription model, right, what hurdles do you anticipate? And have you done some sensitivity analysis around customer adoption and their willingness to shift to subscription versus having a blanket take rate?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we repeatedly do surveys with the current vendors that are on the site. And so even in the beginning, before we launched the MVP, we've been very transparent to our SMB subscribers that we will be charging a monthly subscription for our services. And everyone's agreed, been excited about it. And we're transparent in the sense that as we add on features to help build your business and to help manage your business and take things off of your plate, it will increase our subscription pricing, and that they can pick and choose for that. So in every single survey that we do, they get to just tell us what features they're looking for next. And we just give them an idea of what tier that would be in. So that's why we're, one, pretty confident that they're going to adopt it easily and quickly. And two, it's really figuring out, okay, well, what features do we build first? Because so many small businesses have diverse needs. And that's why we're trying to, at least do the base tier 1 subscription, which is our customer service, site builds, management, et cetera. And then as we get into like marketing and shared services, build that out in the tier 2 and tier 3.
Awesome. Okay, our next question is from Jeremy. So as cyber attacks increase, small businesses are going to have much more urgency to protect their web presence. And are you leveraging cybersecurity as a marketing advantage?
Yes, that actually is on our roadmap to do. And we're hoping to get that done Q3 of next year, and fully agree, not cyber attacks, their customer data, their payment processing, all of that. So, if we as the operations hub can give them the, best tools and resources out there, then we should be able to protect them on that.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so it's impressive how you grew the SMB user number and the GMV so fast from last year. Could you share with us a little bit about your growth strategy?
Yes, so we everything was organic, and what we kind of saw in the beginning was partnering with local small business organizations. Every single city has like an SBA organization, and local newspapers and outlets, to really just get the name out there for City Shoppe was probably our biggest success in the flywheel of building on the supply. We just started doing, performance marketing within the last few weeks. And we're now in a better position with the amount of vendors that we've secured, that we're getting a lot more referrals and actually vendors coming to us versus having to just do this organic reach all the time.
That's great. Thank you. Okay. And do you see this as a standalone business, I'm assuming, in 5 years, or is it more likely a takeout by Etsy or some other retail competitor? I guess you become a part of a bigger player.
Yeah. I think it could be either or. There's some pretty successful localized wholesale companies out there that we might become an extension of. Etsy for sure. We see us as, as I mentioned in the pitch, is, Etsy is great because it's that springboard to try a business idea that you have. But then where do you go from there, right? Like, it's all of a sudden you're playing in the majors and you're on Amazon when you're not ready for the majors. So I think that, there are going to be other value-driven marketplaces and marketplaces that, come up, whether on the wholesale side or, maybe partnership or Etsy, that are trying to, help out this middle ground of SMB. So it could be either or. We'll see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ash. We really appreciate the presentation and the answers to all of the questions. And with that, I would love to call up Steph next from Huddle.